Hi all. So this Karthik here, and today is Chasing Dreams, episode number 8. I am so happy by the response for Chasing Dreams. Many people are inspired by the stories, and then a lot of feedbacks. And I hope you guys are enjoying the show right now. So today is episode 8, and there is a lot of things that is going to happen in this show. Today I have one of my favorites profession, I would say, an adventure enthusiast and an outdoor expert. I'm so happy and okay. Thanks for joining, Pooja. Finally joined, yeah. Thank you. Thanks for joining. And then today we have someone pretty amazing. So let's pull him into the show. Give me a second, guys. I'm waiting for him to join. Hi,
Hey,
Tanmay. How are you?
hi Karthik. I'm doing great.
That's nice. How's quarantine to you?
Quarantine's going pretty well. A lot of productivity coming out of this period.
Yes, absolutely. Like you be in the mountains all the time, and right now at home for about a long period of time at home.
Yeah, I'm still lucky to be around the mountains here as I stay close to Lonavala. And not just that, but been working on many mountain courses and learning things about mountains and getting ready to set back again.
That's pretty amazing, man. Like I know you search for learnings, and I hope this time helps you out a lot.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Thank you
so
so much.
first of all, thanks for joining the show and thanks for your time and also sharing your stories to people and making them to chase their dreams. So first of all, to put up, Tanmay Angre is an outdoor expert. He has been into traveling for a very long time, from the age of 18, I would say, and he has done a lot of things traveling solo, and then wherever he goes he makes friends, and then like he has done a lot of traveling, and then he also started with business, and then right now he is an outdoor leader with India Hikes. I'm so proud of it. And also he's making others dreams come true by making them scale peaks and all, as well as like taking them on like very hard treks and making them to achieve their goals as well. So thanks for joining the show, Tanmay.
Thank you so much, Karthik, and I would like to take this chance to thank everyone who is present here and going to be the part of this live show. Just one
Okay.
thing for all of you that don't look at this show as a motivational or inspirational show. Just listen to the things and just my life story, and then you decide if it was inspirational and motivational for you or not. So, yeah, thank you.
That's so humble of you. Like you have done a lot and then like you pretend to be like nothing. So it's so humble of you, Tanmay. Okay, to start off with, I just wanted to get into the point directly. So like you are an like you are an outdoor expert right now. So
Yeah.
like how did this all started?
Uh, well, it's a very interesting story. I never ever thought I would end up coming in outdoors and then ending up making it as my profession, as I always wanted to be an engineer and be there in the forces for defense of India. But unfortunately, some things happened and I ended up in outdoors. So I would say that let's talk about it in the different questions that how I actually got into this.
Okay, that's pretty amazing. So you wanted to be an engineer.
Yeah.
Okay. But things happen, and like different things happen, and life takes you to a different path overall. And you come from Mumbai, and like it's just like Chennai, I would say, like so crowded and city life. And a guy from there and doing outdoors, that too full time, I would be like, I'm so amazed to see you doing this and sustaining your life in it. And I want you to share a lot of story as well on how you started this, and then how did you take your forward as a career and outdoors? Okay, so let's jump on to the next question. How you came to know about outdoors at first, since you were staying in Mumbai or city place, and then the society is totally different, the lifestyle is different. So how were you exposed to outdoors at first?
Yeah, so the place I belong to, we don't have that great exposure to the outdoor related career or say like passion. Uh, but what happened here, my parents play a very crucial role as since my childhood, we were used to travel and explore different states of India. My parents, me and my brother, we used to go on trips where we would end up exploring the states all by ourselves, doing local travels, staying at hotels and like bargaining at places. So these small things were always happening in my life. And then
Okay.
there came a time where uh, I ended up in the hospital doing like meeting some accidents, and then I had no clue what's going to happen next. And then I found out that outdoors is something related to the traveling and also to make me fit and get back to the life as a proper fit human, as I was lacking fitness. Uh, so that's how I ended up in outdoors.
So you initially started traveling along with your parents, and then like slowly interest grew in you.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I, st- yeah, I started traveling ever since my childhood, and when I was 16, when I took my first solo trip, and yeah, and then by
Where
18,
was it to?
that was in the northeast part of India to Assam, and that's when I did my first trek as a trekker with India Hikes when I was
Okay.
16. Yeah, that was Sandakpur.
Okay. Okay, so you solo, like you just traveled solo and then you did
Did a
Sandakpur trek.
trek. Yeah,
Okay, with India Hikes, and then right
yeah,
now you are one of the senior trek leaders with India Hikes. It's a very big long journey, like you
Y-
started.
yeah. I mean, time just flies, and like your efforts shows up.
Yes, yes, yes. Pretty good you put into words exactly. So like since you're from Mumbai, like I've been like telling this for quite some time, because like outdoors isn't something for a city guy who would do it full time. I don't think so. How many people will come out of that zone and then start pursuing this? So how struggling was it to find the right direction for you?
Um, so here I would say that the only struggle I had was related to my physical and mental fitness, because otherwise the support that I would rather expect from my parents or from my family was always very strongly present. I mean, I would say it was 200%, and that somehow covered up the mental and physical thing, the support which was needed. And then, as you know, we have done the mountaineering course together, and that was the moment where I believed in myself that here I feel like I can actually do something. And I would say that was the changing point, which helped me to get into the right direction. So that was the
Okay.
only struggle.
Okay, so but little bit clarity on this, like how when you started, like how did you came to know about there is a sport called mountaineering, like there are courses being held, like who guided on all these aspects, or else you yourself explored? Can I just explain a bit on the earlier stages of this?
Sure, sure. So, at the age of 16 itself, before this trek, I met my first bike accident, and
Okay,
which kind of like dragged my physical fitness. And then this was something which I took as inspiration to work on my fitness and get back to the daily routine. And then I started looking for several courses, like several things which are related to travel and which would also help me on my fitness. And that's when I ended up coming across this mountaineering course which HMI offers and different mountaineering institutes offer. And so the waiting period was pretty long, which was 1.5 year or 2 year. And I also wanted to do from one of the best institute, which was HMI. So I enrolled for it without thinking that I would be able to suffice their physical fitness criteria or not. I just enrolled it. And that same time, I was also running my company. And then there came a point where I had to stop all my business and stop everything what I have going on, and just start working on my fitness. And
Okay.
the first day I went, and I did terrible, terrible,
Okay.
terrible. And the week passed, and a month passed, and things were not supporting. My fitness was not increasing, and somehow it was challenging. And then it kept on going, and then I realized that I wasn't giving enough rest to my body because I was simply straining every day on my fitness. But
Okay.
6 months I continued doing this, doing solo hikes in the western Sayadris. The Sayadris part of the western mountains, and then we
Like
ended up
slowly
showing
you
in the
improve.
clothes. Yeah, it took whole
Okay.
6 months of physical fitness.
That's nice. The hard work you have put in just because you had an accident. I will cover that in the upcoming like time. But the journey I've come across is something amazing. How did you recover from your fitness, and then how did you show up to the mountaineering course, which is one of the toughest, I would say. Like people struggle a lot, but it is happy struggle, I would say. People who wanted to pursue it. So like you spoke about you have a company, like how that story started. Like you started traveling at 16, and then like how did you open a company and stuff, and little bit on that side of it.
I would say my company was 50% success, 50% failure. Success on this note because I have learned many things out of it, and failure because I failed to give it a complete tag as a company. Though we run few programs with that company, but it never succeeded as a company. But there were great learnings coming out of it, which would be a success. So like 16, 17, I started traveling to the northern Himalayas, and then idea came up to my mind that why don't we actually take some people along, and I can like suffice or like uh, take my expenses out of those people, helping them out, and also making it more cheaper and adventurous for them. And that's how I did couple of trips at the initial point, and then
What all
invest.
trips did you do at the
We did,
initial point?
yeah, we did Spiti bike trip, and then we did a college IV. I led a college IV to Manali and different places. And after that, we had another exciting adventurous trip where we visited Spiti in the month of November, December, which was the
Oh,
peak
that's
winter.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where we were exposed to almost minus 28 degrees. And that was one fun, adventurous trip, and it slowly started, and then it just kept on going. And yeah, that happened, and then we had our own website where we introduced different places like going to Ladakh and South India, and that worked partially because I was also simultaneously studying. I was doing engineering in Pune, DY
Okay.
Patil. Yeah, so I had
Okay.
struggle maintaining the balance between both. So
Okay.
that's why
I
50% success. Yeah.
Okay, just a minute. Like Pahari Traveler, hi guys, hi. And then like thanks for people who have joined in. And I want to mention N Kardam. That is actually Neha. She is one of our friends. And then good to see you guys. Thank you. And then a lot of comments. I'll have a separate time for comments. And then any other questions if you have, do post it here, and then we will get it answered for you. And there is a lot of story also coming up. So you told. Pahadi Traveler is Harish, bro. Yeah, I know, bro. Okay, sorry for the like, and I was looking into the comments, Tanmay. So to come back to you, so you started an travel company, and at the age of 17, I don't think so people can pull it really off, and then that's the reason maybe like you told it is a 50-50 game where like 50-50 thing it happened whether I won or lost, I didn't care, but I had a lot of learnings. So what were the learnings on this specific business you started, and then how did you believe yourself at first?
Well, I would say like I had a great initiative then, and the major part of the failure was being like me being ended up in the hospital. I
Okay.
straight away ended up in ICU where I was supposed to lead batches in Ladakh, and
Oh,
it was a great hit where everything was devastated, and we invested money in the website and everything. But that was the peak time, the month of April, where we were supposed to promote the packages, and that accident happened. And after that,
okay.
I never thought of going back to it. I just simply thought
Okay.
of giving up on it because I felt at that moment that maybe I was very much overconfident about it. And that was one of
Okay.
the learning. But I wasn't able to know exactly that whether it was going to happen or not. But because I never looked back at it, but it just
Okay.
happened, and that just took me on the whole other way.
Okay. Okay. So it is nice to hear. And then the next question I was, when did it become a career to you, like on the whole process? Because you are pursuing engineering, and obviously people from your side or family would be like, so you are going to do something in engineering. But how did this shift happen, and when was the break point for you?
Yeah. So I was actually enjoying my engineering period. I was doing mechanical. I was in second year in D.Y. Patil University. And after the accident, my parents just took my admission off because I was in
Okay.
traveling, and before getting into engineering, I asked them if I can get into tourism, travel and tourism. But they said like, no, you need to study something which can give you a good career. And I was okay with
Yeah.
it. And I was truly enjoying it. I was studying and doing fine. But that shift happened, and they just took the admissions off and got me back home. And then they gave me the freedom that you just do whatever you want to do in your life, but just stay safe and stay alive for us, and like make most of this life. So I think so that was the great exposure where I got. So there I took the admission in the international tourism course, which happens in Mumbai, in Andheri,
Okay.
with CUNY
Okay.
Academy. It's Italy certification, and then I got my international tourism done from that place. So exposure towards the tourism, travel, and outdoors.
Okay, okay, okay. So, like, let's make it a bit light, I would say. Like, I want you to put you into your photo session soon today, because I want you to share the experiences you have come across, so people
Yeah,
can understand what do you do, and so, like, how, and then I want you to tell about the, like, one special thing, and let it start. So, once, give me a second.
sure.
Okay. So the first photo would be this.
Oh,
Okay,
cool.
do let me know when did this happen, and also your mindset on your dive.
Yeah. So that was like actually a vacation. We're supposed to have like me and my two best friends, two of them
Okay,
being Nilesh Akare and Jagdish Parmar. I don't know if they're live here on the show or not, but these two
okay,
are the best friends of my life. And
okay,
then we went to a place called Tarkali in Malvan. And we went there and we could see people doing dives there, and we really wanted to do something extraordinary. That's how our vacations has been. We want to do extraordinary thing, and we end up with the local people there, and then we make a connection with them and somehow negotiate things and
okay,
hold together, go to a different part of near the island to do a dive where it won't be crowded and like where we can spot the actual wildlife. And we went there, and it was just after my accident where I started
okay,
traveling back again and like to get back to my regular routine. And that's when that dive happened, and I truly enjoyed it because this was first ever thing I have ever done underwater. So
okay.
that was the best, one of the best experience of my life, same as mountains.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. You
Here
have a
I
lot
would
of
like,
fishes.
yeah, here I would
Yeah.
like to tell people that I have 50-50% love for mountains and beaches both. It's not just
Okay.
mountains. I love beach as much as mountains.
Okay. So I think this is something special.
Oh,
Okay,
cool.
so this is, I remember when was this, and then I want, okay, you go ahead, I'll ask you a couple of questions on this one picture. So I want to show the audience what picture is this. Okay,
Yeah. This
okay,
was again, yeah. I would
yeah,
tell,
go
yeah,
ahead.
I would explain. Yeah, this picture was taken on the top of Mount Sangri, which was first ever climbed 5,000, my first 5,000 meters peak ever climbed. And it was whole amazing experience because I struggled a lot during this. This was the point where, for which I had worked, but I ended up being happy because I succeeded in climbing that bit late, but not the least. And I still feel proud for that moment.
Yeah, so actually you had an accident back in your college days, right? So after
Yeah,
this, you told you got to wait a long time, and then you got to like develop physically, and then you wanted to get ready to the mountaineering course. So actually, while standing here, it might be for others like he has climbed some 5,000 meters peak, but behind this journey, I want you to share the like what behind the scenes have happened during the time of accidents, and then how
yeah,
did you overcome it and start climbing?
yeah. So here I want to tell everyone that usually in our society we look for motivational speakers, and like we always think that there might be people available out there who might inspire us, and people ended up listening to motivational speech. But here I want to tell everyone that don't look at this show as a motivational or inspirational speech. Look at this as just a random person's stories, because that's how I looked at things. I never thought that, hey, let's go here. Something's gonna inspire or motivate me. I just looked at a person who is selling their fruits and still taking care of his family. He he also has a goal in his life. The goal of his life is to raise his kids and stay and keep his family happy. And the amount of efforts he is putting it, maybe he won't be able to put it in right words, but if you look at it in the right way, that can leave you sparked and leave you very much inspired uh, compared to the motivational speakers. Because what happens, motivational speakers, once they get into the fame, they start creating content that's no more the real inspirational life stories, because they have the targeted audience where they need to sustain their needs and satisfy their expectations. So that's where the content comes in place. But look at the natural things that happen around your daily lifestyle. And that's how I got inspired for things. And then
Okay,
that's how the journey came in, like working out on myself physically, mentally, and then getting back there in mountains.
okay, so what was the accident all about? I heard like one line from you that your doctors told you would never ever walk again, but like you were with us and then you climbed this 5,200 meters peak, and we were all stoked to see you doing it, and people there in the group, they were inspired by you. And then like I knew your story a bit, but like your face was into half, I guess. So can you just explain a bit about those process that was taking place?
Well, yeah. So, like, couple of accidents happened in life, which literally dragged my fitness to zero. Let me correct the Karthik's word. So, doctor said that I won't be able to walk with extra additional weight on my body. Not I would be able to walk, but not with a heavy weight, and I won't also be able to lift any weight in my arms. So, just to explain a bit. My accident happened in which I almost lost my left arm. I had humerus breakage where I had two rod implants for 5 years. Other than that, I had facial trauma. So my face was literally cut into two pieces, you can say, where I had maxilla operation, my jaw breakage fractured, and then my knee injuries. My knee had a surgery, undergone a surgery. So multiple fractures and multiple surgeries happened. So that's why doctor said that it's very difficult for me to come out of it and lift weight and get back on the hikes. But the exact opposite happened because I never looked back at my injuries as my flaws. I always took them as
Exactly,
my
exactly.
inspiration and advantage and kept them going.
Exactly. This is what I want to have a takeaway on this aspect. Never lose hope and then just keep looking forward. That's what like Tanmay did, and like nothing could stop him right now. And he is living his dream life of being in the mountains. And like I personally have jealousy on Angre's lifestyle, I would say. He's having a good time right now at the moment. I would say for a couple of years he's doing his dream things and all those. So thanks for sharing your story on your accident and how did you overcome it, Tanmay. And then another picture seems to be a crowded place.
Well, this is from a very famous hike in Himachal near Manali. It's from the Hamta Pass trek.
Yes.
And yeah, I always heard about treks being overcrowded, Mount Everest being overcrowded, but never witnessed it. Because by that time, whatever treks I had done, uh, we actually had like only our group and the mountains all by to us, all for
Okay.
ourselves. And this trek was happening, and which is a very crowded trek. And we were walking towards the summit, and we uh, end up across 150 to 200 people in this picture. And
Okay.
here you won't believe there were a number of people who weren't even equipped with the right gears, and they were just in mountains wearing a poncho and just normal sports shoe and climbing towards the Hamta Pass, where the weather was being terrible, very bad
Oh
for
my
trekking
God.
at that moment. And us being as the outdoor experts and professionals, we take care of everyone, and
Okay.
we make sure everyone is following the safety protocols, not just our team, but people being out there. And it
Okay.
was really difficult for taking care of everyone because people were sliding and getting down there, falling down, sliding down. No one got hurt, but it can actually turn worse. Like you might get a spine injury, or you can get neuro damage. Several things can go wrong. So
Exactly.
yeah,
So that's
it's
like in the later part of the show, we will be also talking about how difficult this profession is, and it's not about fun all the time because you own others, people life in your hands, I would say. A little bit of this picture is you are going on the way to the summit to Hamta Pass. Is it right?
yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you,
It's the
thank
final
you.
push. It's the final push towards the summit.
Okay. So you spoke about the gears, what people didn't have. So to give an idea for our audience, like what gears are necessary to uh, like have it in our backpack during our treks, maybe from top to bottom or bottom to top, anything you wanted to do it, you can.
Well, I would like to tell one point here. If people are trekking with any organization or any company, they don't really need to think about anything because the company
Okay.
takes care of everything. So here I would say or mention it for the people, those who really want to get out there and do treks all by themselves. So there will be a number of things like a backpack. A good backpack is very much important when you're going on a long multiple day hike because you should be able to carry enough weight. You'll be carrying somewhere close to 35 kgs with you. And with that, some things like a knife, because if you end up in wilderness without a tent or right setting to stay out there in the night, you can always use bushcraft skills
Okay.
with the knife. Yeah, you can use the branches and then the top and topology, what we say, and several things. And that's how you can end up camping. Other than that, a
Okay.
quick bandage, because you never know, you might get sprained, and then no one is going to be with you. I would say entire first aid kit, because you are supposed to take care of yourself. You're going on a solo trek. And other than that, good shoes and proper rain gear. Uh, yeah, these are the basic things which you need to carry. These are
Okay.
must. And also a gas on which you can cook your food, and you get dehydrated packaged foods which you can make them easily with very less fuel. These are the must
Okay.
things you need to carry.
Carry for an like if they aren't going with any company as such. Okay, if I go with an company and then but before that there's a preparation phase where we buy our stuffs for example to say a down jacket or something for a Himalayan trek, I would say. So basic needs I would say, like for any trek for that matter, like maybe in Himalayas also is fine. Like from top to bottom, can you tell what all necessary things one must have?
So here I would like to mention that before buying anything, a lot of research goes in place. You just can't go and do a trek by yourself. You need to research, you need to work on it, and do several things. From top to bottom, I would say like a sun cap for the daytime, and then a woolen cap for the night. Because if you are in jungles and there might be honeybees or any wild insects, and if you end up breaking your glasses, you can always use that buff on snow. There are many several uses of that buff. So it
Yes.
is very important. Your sunglasses, and then you need couple of your base layers, your gloves, your trek pants, your shoes, and your socks. These are the basic clothings that you need. And then there are down jackets, and then uh, trek pants, good trek pants, which would
Yeah, that
sustain.
is for specific treks if you need down jackets, like big
Yeah,
Himalayan treks and all those.
yeah.
Okay,
I would
okay.
say
Well,
like
well,
anyone who wants to go out there needs to do the right research, and their questions will be answered.
okay. So basically, what all Tanmay covered is what you need on a trek. So while you go, before you go on a trek, so research and then take whatever which is comfortable to you rather than going with any brand for that matter. Like first wear it and see how comfortable you are, because mountains are a very hard place to survive and your comfort come first. Your comfort and safety come first actually. So please do your research and start getting all those things. So thanks for the story. And then
Thank you.
the next picture I would say,
Well, yeah.
I know
So
actually the photo doesn't justify how it's there. I would say. And then also we are in a live chat, so it doesn't justify, guys. Yeah, go ahead, Tanmay.
yeah. So this is one of the recent pictures. This is from one of the recent trek we did. Actually, one of the last trek I did before the
Okay,
lockdown. This was to the peak of Kedarkanta, which is again a very famous trek. But the challenge on this day was, so India Hikes takes a all different way towards the summit of Kedarkanta. So we
okay,
won't have any other people on our way. So on this day, it was snowing, started snowing midnight, and there's a lot of snow. And we were towards the summit, and then we were almost halfway, and we were struggling through. And then
okay,
the entire group started thinking that whether we are doing it or not. And all the other groups decided not to go to the summit. And then it
okay,
was only our group which was still thinking whether we want to go to the summit or not. And here, me and my guides, we took a call, looking at the team's spirit, that we can actually think of going towards the summit. And then we started, and we had no clue that it would turn out to be an expedition style summit, because things were getting challenging and challenging by every single step. Uh,
okay.
so this picture was taken by me, where we won't even feel like taking out our phone or taking out our glove.
Exactly.
But I don't know how I was in that state of mind to click a picture. And these are only one or two pictures that I could actually take while going towards the summit. So this is from it. Thank you.
That's nice. That's nice. I know how hard it is to take a phone and take a picture. while at harsh conditions, I would say.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so the next picture is
Hi, Renuka. Oh, yeah. So again, even this picture is from Hamta Pass. We actually
okay,
camp here. The
okay,
campsite's name is Baluka Gera.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's a campsite which is very prone to landslides. And if you're camping at this place, you can expect to spot a bear.
Where?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
just a little 10-minute hike from this campsite, and
Okay,
maybe in the mid-May or starting of June, you'll end up spotting a bear if you go by yourselves.
okay, okay. That's scary a bit also. So I think you had a good photo session altogether. You shared a lot of experiences of yours. It was nice
Yeah.
to hear. And then, like, to ask a question on your profession, basically an outdoor expert. So, like, how challenging is this job apart from having fun and all those?
Uh, yeah. So outdoors is really for the passionate people who really wants to be there. Uh, the people those who struggle struggle with uh, struggle with what they want to do in their life, or they're like less motivated. Uh, would like not get it in the right place or right way, because you get the exposure and you get scared, because
Yes,
there are many things which demotivate you actually. The initial period when you go to the mountains, you're cut off from the social media, the social world, you're cut off with your family, you don't have network at most of the base camps in Himalayas, and you just lose the connectivity with the rest of the world. And if you are truly passionate about mountains, then you'll sustain in mountains. So that's the real test. The initial
yes,
months will tell you whether you're passionate about mountains or not, because it's not easy for everyone. And some of the drawbacks, I would say, uh, it will hit on your personal relationships. Like family, no
okay,
matter what, they're always gonna stick to you through the thick and thin. Uh, but the relationship matters, because somehow you won't be able to meet the expectations of your friends, your partners, and all the different relatives.
yes.
So slowly you start losing them. And I think so only being very passionate person can take a risk of it. And otherwise, like everything is awesome in mountains. So
Yes.
if you ask
Uh,
me, yeah,
I know you love being in the mountains, and we could barely able to contact you. And it was so just because it was quarantine, I was able to make a conversation with you and put you into the live. And like with regards to your profession and being on expeditions, how hard it is to like take care of people's safety, and then like people come just because like you people take care of them, like because you are the expedition leaders, I would say. So and there are a lot of different kinds of people from different backgrounds who come to this trek. So how do you manage all these aspects to put into picture, and like how do you take them as a group, and then also with regards to their safety as well?
yeah. So if you ask me, a outdoor leader's job, it's not just about managing things. Yeah, he's basically a manager, but it's also about taking the crucial decisions and also getting your hand on those decisions. Basically, getting your hand in everything that's happening around you. And if you talk about the safety thing, uh, what my mantra has been so far is believing in precautions instead of doing the cure. I focus more on preventing things, assessing the risk before the situation, and it makes easy for me to deal with it, and
Okay.
keeping people motivated in the right way. For this, I do more of homework and more research and study on different things, and which gets me easy following these rules and things in my profession.
Like but it's hard to make people to follow those rules, right? Like how
Again,
do you
there's
make
a
that happen?
Yeah, I mean, again, there's a good way. or I would say good communication skills, where you can explain things to people where they really want to listen to you. So I would like to tell to the audience that these are a few qualities which every good human being should have. You should always be a good listener, where because there's always said that the more you speak, the less you know, but the more you listen, more you know. Because when you speak, you're speaking the same things again and again, but when you're listening to someone else, it's always some new thing, something or the new. So I believe these are some of the good qualities, and you explain it to the trekkers and you educate them about small things. So it's the overall balance, having
Okay.
fun, being serious, and making them understand things in the right way actually helps.
Okay, okay. So you got to develop communication and then like people handling skills and then make it a two-way process for the trekkers so that it is easy for you.
Yeah,
Exactly. Like put it into perfect, like a perfect answer on like people who want to pursue their passion and do outdoor leadership. I think it is a good way to start off with all these things. Thanks
yeah,
for sharing
yeah.
this, Tanmay. So I have
Thank
a
you,
couple
Karthik.
of okay, I have a couple of questions as well, and a rapid fire session for you.
Yeah.
So like let's do this rapid fire right now, and then uh, like I have a lot of questions to you. I'm so excited to ask, and I know there are a lot of projects also you do, and then I want you to put it all in this thing. So a rapid
Meanwhile,
fire under
Karthik, can we
yes,
hold on for a second? Meanwhile, I want to
yes,
say hi to everyone, those who are attending this show. Sorry if we've been missing on your comments. I'm really bad at multitasking on a screen, so spare me for that, and we'll get back to you soon. Thank you so much for being
yeah,
here.
like like for your audience, for sure I will have a separate question session in about a few minutes. So any questions, please do post it here, and I promise you it will be answered by Tanmay or me. Any question, please do post it here. Keep posting your questions, it will be answered for sure. Okay, so let's move on to this rapid fire. Underwater or sky? Just a one word answer will do.
Underwater.
Okay. A successful life or a happy life?
A happy life which would have a good account of success.
I want you to answer one, bro.
Happy
One,
life.
one. Okay,
Happy life.
perfect. Movies or shopping?
Movies.
Okay. People or place?
Place.
Okay. Most favorite trek that you haven't done still date?
Anything in Gilgit-Baltistan, which is the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir,
Okay.
any sort of trek in this region.
Okay, can you name one?
So there are not any specific treks in this region, and we have very less information about it because Indians are not allowed as of now. So
Yes.
we hope that we develop good relation between India and Pakistan, and someday we get the access to those that part of Kashmir, and hopefully we explore that.
Yes, people are waiting to climb K2 also. Like we aren't allowed to climb, and like mountaineers are struggling their way to climb K2. So it would be good, as you said, if you could maintain a good relationship and take it forward. Okay, your best moment while on treks, one of your
Uh,
best moments.
I would say making it to the top of Rupin Pass, which was another hand-thrilling experience where we made it to the summit of Rupin Pass. If anyone who is here from the Rupin gang, hey, cheers to all of you. Yeah, it was the best moment.
Yeah, proud fielding, no, when you take when it's hard and you take people talk like it's not possible to do at this point, all this scenarios happen around you, but still you make it to the top and come back. It's a good feeling, I would say, and people from that group would feel so accomplished and like so happy about it.
Yeah, they would
And
feel it
then
more because the credit goes to the team.
okay,
Yeah,
okay, that's nice of you. So exercise or chill at home?
exercise.
Okay. Who's your inspiration in mountaineering?
And mountaineering, I would say,
Yes.
uh, the Nimstai, Nirmal Purja.
Exactly. Mine
I
too.
mean,
Mine too, brother.
yeah, no doubt, he has been a crazy inspiration to people out
So
there.
apart from mountaineering,
Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah.
spot on. Super, bro. So what do you like? I want to put this question in a different way. I don't want it to be a rapid fire. Like, who has been a very impactful person in your life?
Um, well, so an impactful person, I would say, uh, like I would actually give credit to my entire family, but if you just ask me about a single person, it's really
Like,
difficult.
maybe apart from family, like a person when you started talking, you told the fruit seller story, like he can inspire you and stuff. Maybe a stranger, I would say, like, can you just tell the impact he created, and also like what did he learn out of it? A stranger.
So there are like several factors that actually took part in this entire journey. But still, I would say why the parents, not just for the sake of giving the credit to the parents, but the phase, as I've told you before, while my accidents. I mean, the support and inspiration and motivation that my family has provided is the only reason why I'm able to stand here at this point.
Okay.
So no doubt they've been very impactful because I remember when I met a bike accident, uh, my family got me on a bike trip within a month and half, which is I
You're
don't
so
think,
lucky. Yeah,
yeah,
anybody will do. Anybody
yeah,
for that matter.
yeah,
Yeah. You're,
yeah,
you're you're blessed, I would say, to have a lovely parents like that.
yeah,
And
yeah,
to this sport, it's also very challenging. I know, like sometime maybe we won't be back, but that's the sad truth of being an like outdoor person, I would say. Like it's
yeah.
an hard profession as well. So okay, I think that's your rapid fire is over. I don't want you to
Thank you,
put into a lot of uh, like lot of in the spot question. I just want
thank
to
you.
have a good time and want to know about you a bit. Thanks for sharing. And then a couple of questions as well I have for you. And then people also wanted to know about it. And then like at the beginning of your story, you told you had an accident and you worked on it and then you came. So how did you basically overcome it? Like, there are a lot of aspects in which the society deems you down and all those. So don't go to the mount, like anywhere for the you are injured, just stay. So how did you overcome it?
Yeah. So initially, I still remember when I made a bike accidents, like a couple of bike accidents, and then I did the bike trip and I came back to my hometown and I started riding my bike around again after the accidents. And people
Okay.
had whole another perspective towards us that how are these parents supporting him and letting him ride his bike? Well, like
Exactly.
it's like he is just 20 and he has already gone through two serious accidents and he's riding bike again. So I remember once I was with my dad and one of a random person, like my dad's friend, comes and asks him in front of me that has he started riding the bike again? It was like a taunt. And my dad answers him right in front of me that there is not a single work which would easily happen without a bike. I mean, it's not that it won't happen, but easily. It's like the bike is very much important. And that was like, yeah, they are behind me like a strong pillar and which
Yes,
is never gonna break down.
exactly. Like, I think your dad has like made you into the person you are right now, I would say. Like, he's been so supportive.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
My
so
entire
blessed,
family.
blessed man. Yeah. And then, like, can you just explain a bit about your future project on sustainability living, and you have a program called Earth, right? Like, can you just
Uh,
tell about the program and
yeah,
explain a bit about it? Yeah.
Yeah. So there are two different things which I aim to do in my life. One of being the towards the earth sustainability, which I'm gonna name it as Rise Wild. Uh,
Okay.
Lately, it's been my weak point because I'm not able to initiate it in a right way yet. We have almost 60 people on board towards this mission. But here I would give you a rough idea that how it's going to be like where so this is going to be a platform where all these people, those who want to be a part of this journey, come together and study about the earth's sustainability. There are several factors of it which I'm doing a research on, and
Okay.
where we would study about things and how we can bring that social awareness in this world where majority of the people change their daily routines and habits, and which will be impactful to bring the wild back on earth. That's why we are going to name it as Raise Wild. So that is one of the mission that we're going to take towards the earth sustainability.
That's so happy you do all this to make a difference, and then like something which you can say maybe like for a very long time it would be taken care by people as well. So your
Yeah.
mission should be very successful. And then can you just tell us how could one be a part of it?
Well, so we're gonna share all this material on a WhatsApp platform. So those who
Okay.
want to be a part of it, just send a hi message to me on Instagram, DM, or WhatsApp, and I would send you the rest of the details, and then you'll be added to the group, and the next things will follow up.
That's nice. So, to join in Earth Sustainability Project, please go to Tanmay Angre's profile, and then you can just DM in, and he would be happy to help you. And then other information should be cascaded through WhatsApp. So, if you want to be a part of it, do this, and then this initiative will have a great impact on our planet Earth, I would say. Like thanks for working towards it, Tanmay, and I hope will have a very good planet in our upcoming years. Make them clean and all those.
We hope so.
And yes, so what's your dream in life, Tanmay?
Yeah. So my dream in life. My dreams has always been like from one point to another point because whatever I dream of, I have got it in a very early stage of my life. That states that I never had a specific dream because dream is something that you put your life efforts in it. But if something is achievable so easily, that was never a dream. So here I aim of next goal. I set it up in different goals. So I told you about a different project. So here's something I want to do for physically and mentally disabled kids. So why? So as I told you that things happened with me in the early stage of my life, in my teenage, and where I had my parents by my side to be an inspiration and motivation, but most of the people don't have it, and they go through mental and physical disorders.
Yes,
So that's why I thought like how outdoors has impacted and changed my life in a whole different way. So I believe that my life can be a great changing part for most of the kids out there. And if we see in India, we don't really have such an institute or something. And I would say I need much more experience to run an institute or maybe an organization like this. So I aim to work abroad, like in United States or maybe in Europe or maybe in Southeast Asia to move towards this goal. And that's what gonna be my next aim to deal with
okay.
mentally and physically disabled kids.
That's nice, so nice of you. And then like I think you will make a difference and impact in their lives. You are going to change them for sure to a better person who they are. And then to talk about you, like you have told, it has transformed you into a different person right now. So what were your teachings in travel or outdoors or mountaineering in whatever aspect you want to take? So what have you learned in all these time which you have never known before, and then how it has impacted you, like how it has
Yeah.
changed you?
Yeah. So well,
Tanmay?
hello. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I'm here.
Okay, okay. Sorry.
Hey.
There is a little disturbance, I think. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So here I would mention that India Hikes has been a great platform for it because I believe that every person has skills in them, but there's a lack of right platform to bring those
Exactly.
out.
Yes.
Yeah, and then in the hikes just happened and started meeting new people. I might have almost met like a couple of thousands of people doing trekking, and most of them are here in this live session. And I thank you all because you've been a part of that journey, which has made me or got me to this point. So my
Okay.
learnings, I would say, uh, the different things which I learned and which I believe should be a part of our daily life, like
Okay.
reflections, like reflecting back on life on daily basis. Because as I said at the early point, that there might be learnings coming out of everything, every single thing that happened
Okay.
next to you. And by the end of the day, when you look at those things and reflect back on those, you won't know that what were your learnings. So you should focus more on reflecting
Yes.
and bringing those learnings out of everything that happened in your life. And that will make you more knowledgeable, skillful, and yeah. So that has been the biggest learning.
Yes. That's nice. That's nice.
And
So like
although,
any, yeah, go ahead.
although also made a very calm and composed person. Before I used to get frustrated very easily. I never gave that importance to people and relationship because I wasn't a good active listener. But then I
Okay.
started learning that there are different perspectives, and you need to give that space for different people to keep their opinions and shouldn't judge them so easily. So some things that every good human
Very,
should
very.
have them.
That's nice. You put this up front. Like you are a person like that, and now you aren't. That's so nice. You are open about it. And then another question I would say, to rate your life from a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you rate your journey till date with regards to satisfaction level?
Ah, well, yeah. So it's a hard question, although, like, because you can never tell if your life is up to the satisfaction mark or not. But I would say if I die tomorrow, I won't regret a thing because the love and what life has offered me till this date, I'm really thankful for it. I have seen from ups and downs and again ups and downs, seen like most of the things. This journey has been really amazing for me so far. And if you talk about the goals, I always had those goals, and some or the other way, I always tried reaching up to the mark. So, just to put in numbers, I would say maybe 7 or 8.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. So whom you wanted to thank apart from your parents?
Uh, so, I would like to thank mountains. Does it has to be a person
Perfect.
or is it
No, no,
okay?
no, 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 no. Anything,
Yeah,
anything. Like mountains
yeah.
has taught us a lot, I would say. And then thanks a
Mhm.
lot, Tanmay, for coming onto my show and believing in myself and also sharing your story. I like your story has inspired me. I think your story would inspire a lot of people right here. Like your passion towards outdoors is seen in this show, and then like I want you to do a lot of things, like you're into a project, the earth sustainability thing, and all, as well as you wanted to transform people lives, disabled people's life, and then like it means a lot, and then I'm so proud to have you on my show, and I'm so honored to tell like you are my friend, and then you start doing all these things. Thanks a lot, Tanmay, for joining your show, and thanks for your time as well.
Well, I would appreciate you for having me here. I really never expected to be here because uh, as being so young, and as I told at the start of the show itself, that don't look at me as an inspirational or motivational person,
Yes,
just
yes,
listen to my story.